Brady Bunch. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back. I felt like I should have held that one a little bit longer because y'all know we coming back off after being gone for how long? When was our last video posted?
A month or two.
2 months?
Yeah, man.
You think we took 2 months? It definitely has. Because have we posted anything in the new year? Yes. The one truth or drink.
That is all we posted in the new year, and that's
it.
why we are down to the last month of no content being posted. We're here to talk about it, though.
We're bringing it to the table. We're bringing it to the bunk. Take the time to talk to y'all to explain.
Yeah, let's explain.
Get into it. Day to back. Where are you gonna go?
I would say we would go back as far as even prior to COVID, because COVID was like March 2020, right? That's when everything kind of like literally shut down. That's when the world started like closing for real.
Right.
And that's when we all came home as far as school and work is, concerned. So we've been home and we have been dealing with some crazy shit in our own homes. You know what I'm saying? And when I say crazy shit, I mean like we have, you guys know we have a son. Last August he turned 9. This year, of course, he's 10. But he's getting to the age where like, some things are changing in his mind. His puberty has begun for him, not to get too into his business, but puberty has started for him. So just like how he is as a kid is kind of shifting a little bit, and it's just like a lot is happening as far as he is concerned.
That is like the very proper Brigid soft motherly way of saying our son's acting an ass.
Yeah, he's showing his entire ass.
He's showing his ass. So as parents, we hone in. We pull in, we do what we can in order to support our child first and foremost.
Yes, and I don't know if you guys have noticed that we kind of took a step back as far as the
putting
channel,
him on the page
and putting him on our channel.
You're not about to be
acting a fool,
YouTubing it up and
getting famous on YouTube,
right? Getting famous and all of that,
talking about your YouTube channel. And not to mention, you guys, our son's dad is not helpful at all when it comes to my child at correcting behavior, when it comes to assisting in the raising process. Like literally, I just feel like I just know somebody who happens to watch my kid. That's how I feel with like my son's father at times, because like we just don't like even just the simplest things he won't communicate with me. So like you can imagine now that we're dealing with like these behavior issues, when we are going to reach out trying to get everybody on the same page as far as like what we're even doing as far as discipline on some days, like even that is like pulling teeth out of a fucking gorilla's mouth. Like it's not gonna happen, bro. Like it's just so frustrating. So naturally you guys can imagine how hard that would be on us trying to raise a kid with 2 other people who we can't even really have a cordial conversation with or a discussion of any sort. But like, of course, being so stressed out and having such little control over that situation, and then having to deal with the constant stress of him misbehaving every time he comes over, it's like that put a lot of strain on our relationship too. So it's like
then we get into the time of the year where COVID is hitting, you feel me, at this point.
Yeah, then COVID
now
hit.
Work from home goes into play. Brigid is now, you feel me, working from home full time. She does all entrepreneur work, anything that has to do with our social media sites. She's the operational manager for my merch line. She's doing all, like, she is an independent artist at this point, before I even am. So that's lit as fuck. Like, yeah, full-time content creator. She's growing her platform. She's putting up videos every day. So that's another thing. We started getting into TikTok. Our TikTok platform started growing like crazy.
Yes.
Both
TikTok, Instagram, not Snapchat at all, but TikTok and Instagram we really been pushing like hard, and it's been blowing up and paying off for sure.
And when it comes to YouTube is more of a time consuming platform as far as like thinking of the concepts, thinking of the content
Longer
that you want to
videos.
put out, longer videos, more editing, right? It takes thought if you want to make it look nice, and we care about what we present to you guys. You feel me? So it just became a point where when it came to all the stresses that we were going through, all the different things that we were now having to juggle as a couple who have a child, who has a
bills
child,
together,
paying
like,
bills,
you know what I
right?
mean?
In the middle of COVID, you know, going through an employment transition with Brigid leaving the hotel job she was at into her own entrepreneurship, and then me still juggling a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday while also creating content on the side
And dealing with a child,
who's acting an ass all in the house. It was a lot, y'all. And then all of a sudden, with us with us working from home and being full-time parents from home, we were always together. That's a whole different switch when it comes to our last 7 years of life together, yo. Our entire 7 or 6 years,
some kind of distance,
some type of individual
yeah.
time, some type of, in some way, whether it be, like I said, work or music, or I was literally living in different places, you feel me? But we were still together. And so then you transition to in the house, all 3 of us, 24/7. It's hard. It's a hard transition.
Yes. Everybody talks about this, though. This transition that we've all had to be, like, we've all been forced to go into, because everybody's literally in each other's face all the time now.
Right.
Where kids were at school, parents were at work, or doing other things, and it's just like, we're all going through this quarantine craziness.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so we, on top of the world's craziness, we're dealing with our own craziness.
Right.
So
Deeper into the year, I started preparing for a wedding, right? The wedding, when you think about wedding, I was a bridesmaid. So I started getting into I got to show up for dresses. I got to show up for dinners. I got to show up for this. I got to show up for that. Babe, can you, we're getting into plan mode. I was also performing for the wedding. So I'm writing a song. The morning of the wedding is when we lost Brigid's mother, my mother-in-law.
So that's end of November.
So
end of November, November the 28th is when I got the call about my mom. She had passed away. So of course that caused a lot of stress. And that's right after Thanksgiving, but just before Christmas and New Year's and Valentine's Day and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
all
for
that
me,
shit was hard.
Personally, that was extremely hard. But then for us as a family and a couple, whereas this is usually a really joyous time in our household. I love the holidays. If you know me, you know I love the holidays. I decorate every year. Towards the end of that year, like I said, when it's supposed to be one of our most joyous times in our family, it was such a sad time.
Oh my God. it felt like we were getting hit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Left and right with everything. It was just what the fuck? And then not to mention, full disclosure, I battle with anxiety and depression, you feel me? And all the shit that I go through personally.
And also in the midst of this year, even before mom passed away, Daisy is sober now. So she's not drinking
I stopped
dealing with anything by, choosing alcohol
at
or
all.
anything. So it's that's hard
September
too.
22nd was the last time that I ever had a drink. So then you get into the dynamic of a sober person, Brigid still drinks. And I'm not drinking at all. We're, but we love, we love each other so thoroughly. We're not bringing this to y'all on some, we have all these issues, we were falling apart. No, we weren't falling apart. This is why we weren't on YouTube.
Apart. We just had to take a step back from
because we had to hone in.
Yeah,
we had to hone in onto what was going to help us win.
Yeah.
Right. And I would say both of us made the conscious decision to focus on where the growth was the most, had the most momentum,
and where we wouldn't need to invest
put in
so
as much work.
Time.
Exactly.
Yes. So
exactly.
much time and
sure.
effort. You literally can get on TikTok and sit there and post a video and get thousands of views. You know what I mean? And then take that video and post it to Instagram and get more views. So it's you don't really have to think sometimes when you're doing those things. So
Copy,
for
paste.
times when we're just not feeling it, a quick little TikTok a duet and just sitting there going, it's so easy.
Yeah, and a couple words on the video.
Exactly. Whereas for YouTube, we have to sit, have an idea, and get in front of the camera, make sure the lighting is good, the background's perfect. It was too much, and we had to dial it back.
We had to step back. And on top of that, we understand that y'all understand us. You know what I'm saying? I would say that's one thing I appreciate about
us on other platforms.
Right. So y'all was still able to engage and understand where it was all coming from. And if you've been, you know, holding on with us, then you've seen all of these things happen in real time anyway.
Yeah. So
we just
understood.
weren't on YouTube. So after we lost mom in November, it was November, pretty much December. We then lost T in January, literally on New Year's Day.
Yeah, so like a really good friend of mine who I would consider a brother. I've known him since I was in like the 4th, 5th grade. You know what I mean? I'm 27 now, going on 28, and like I honed in on my music career with this man. Like for the first time ever, I was honing in on my career with somebody, and it was with him. And he pretty much taught me everything I knew about music. When that happened, my world shook. Cause it's like I just lost my mom.
Exactly.
Then I turned around and I lost my bro, and it's just like, you know, like it's 2 back-to-back in my mind family members, you know what I mean, that were close to me.
And to speak on T as well, as far as my relationship with T, like I was close to him, of course,
both
through
of them.
I was close to him, of course, through Brigid. T, he put me onto the music scene in Harrisburg. Like, he's the one who got me into the first cypher that I did out here, and was like, oh, you need to meet Kev, and Kev's gonna get you to da-da-da, and that's when I met Kiera Love, and she was 15, and it was like, you know what I mean? Like, really got me into the city. He did that, and then he kept up with me, and then he sent me, hey, yo, do this challenge, you know what I mean? He was there. Like, that hit in January.
That shook me to my, we just got by the skin on our teeth. Like I said, it was a huge blow on top of a blow that we were already dealing with.
So we're having those back and forths, and we've, you know, I want to say the whole village raises a child. Shout out to our fucking village, yo. Like, as hard as it's been, for the people who do know just all of the things that we've been facing, our village has fucking honed in.
Yeah, they've been coming through,
like,
for real.
I mean, generational
and just
advice.
So y'all
and
don't think like that this is just some like basic he's getting smart with us and stomping up the stairs situation. Like, this is such a big deal in our household that we've had to put Xavier through counseling. We are considering further steps, psychiatrists, psychologists. And so it's big. It's not something that we can sit and just be like, he's just being
with
absolutely, you know what I
mean? No support from the other parents. So you have to understand, we're trying to mold a young man, a young black man, into this being, into this great thing. You know, you have to let them go, but you want something for them, right? You want them to be a certain way or to act a certain way, and to have certain morals. You know what I mean? In the way that they move. In these things, these struggles, right? Like Brigid said, to the severity of doctors and things like that. When we're not on the same page as parents, this shit is deep. You know what I mean?
This is going to create the adult
that he's going to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? But those struggles have been hard. As parents, it's been hard. As individuals, as a couple, as a family, it's been hard.
So now we've already lost
Mom,
2 people.
T.
We're still dealing with the behavior issues. We're having the issues, you know, between the 2 of us and not always being on the same page. I went to go pick her up from the airport. Got a call that my stepfather, who I didn't refer to him as my stepdad, that's my dad. Like, I got a call that my dad passed away. And you guys have seen both of my parents in a video together, actually. Not side by side, but they're both in this video. My mom was in the beginning of that video, my dad was towards the end, but it's just like, it's so crazy how these things work, because they're never in videos, first of all.
And I would just like to say I forced both of them on camera that day.
Definitely did, because I never would have, because I just know how my family is.
I bossed up. I forced both of them on camera that day. Mom and dad, both of them got thrown on camera by, and they was there.
I'm so happy about it now.
It was there, man.
We laughed about it then, because it was like, look how uncomfortable my dad is.
Yeah,
like,
they don't like this. They
not
can't stand this, and I didn't care. I was
like,
what's up, Pops? What's up, Mom? And they both was like, oh my God, don't show me. What are you doing? But like, oh well. And now we got that footage. I'm so happy.
Yeah, man. But like I said, we got that call at the top of February, so that really that broke me. Like, that made me feel absolutely outside of myself. Like, at that point, I knew something bigger has to be coming. Like, at that point, I know something bigger has to be coming, because this cannot be life.
Yo.
Like, and not to mention, she knows all of these people too. So like, just as much as I'm being affected, she's being affected. But like, I'm being affected on an even deeper level. Like, you know what I mean? But like, our stress levels are just through the freaking roof. And then like what we can handle as far as stress is like completely different.
Yeah.
So like on top of like the stress that we're already dealing with and us trying to figure out how to manage it for ourselves, we're also trying to be those good partners and helping each other. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, to deal with our stresses too, which is like damn near impossible.
Yeah. Because I would say, you know, one of the things that I do appreciate from you, and that people have continued to preach to me is, you know, Daisy, you are allowed to grieve. You know what I'm saying? You know, you guys have to remember.
It's very much you're a part of the pain too.
It hurts. It breaks me. You know what I'm saying? These people were a part of my life as well. But the stance that I have as a wife, you feel me? I would say, I would say, you know, Mom, I felt like every single one of these fucking experiences was a punch, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, I took that shit. It was an unexpected blow. It was like, you know what I mean? Bitch,
all three of these were unexpected.
But this is the thing. For me, Mom was like, bow. But it like smacked me into reality as like the wife who has to protect you while you grieve is what happened for me. T, I was ready in the sense of like, fuck, you know you just lost Mom, bruh. You have to keep it together for T. Dad was like, I'm swaying at this point. You know what I mean? This is where, you know what I mean?
You're going through this. Out.
Yeah, like you're going
like
through this. What the fuck? And I'm going through I'm dazed. I called my father. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? How am I supposed to help her through this? How am I supposed to carry her through this while I carry myself through this? This is fucking crazy.
We literally spoke to all three of these people just days before they passed away. Like my mom, I spoke to her a week. We spoke to her a week before she passed away.
We'd gone to her house.
T, I spoke to him a week before he passed away, like just before Christmas Day. And then my dad, I spoke to him 3 days before he passed away. And it's just like, it's only the universe that I was able to at least say my goodbyes, say my I love yous and everything the way I wanted to or would have wanted to. But it's just like, wow. Like the fact that like life happens that way, like life is like that. You just never know. You really just never know. So that's why it's important to give your loved ones their flowers while they're still here.
While they're here.
Imagine if I was on some type of like stupid little high horse of some sort and we were beefing or something and they just passed away out of nowhere. I would be so sick to my fucking stomach.
And all of them from hearts. All of them, their hearts. How
all
crazy! All three of them, their hearts. I can't even like, bruh. Even talking this shit out right now is just crazy to repeat because it's like, yo, this is what we've been dealing with.
It's heavy.
It's heavy as fuck.
All at one time, and it's like grief is so hard to deal with. Who would have ever thought? Like, you know what I'm saying? To lose a parent is so freaking difficult.
Man,
so difficult, and then to lose people that you're close to simultaneously, it's like, what are you trying to show me? That's how I'm starting to feel. Like, what are you trying to tell me, universe? Like, what is happening? What is my life plan?
Man, and with that same kind of confusion, that daze, that reality, I remember people reaching out to me when we lost Mom. You know, saying things, you know, as far as like encouragement in relation to, you know, Brigid's situation. Hey, I lost a parent. And that's one thing I needed people to say to me, to know how to take
like, I'm here
their
and
grief.
I've
experienced this because Mom and Dad losses, nobody can relate unless they've been through it. I know that. I haven't lost either one of my parents, so I know I can't say that. You know what I mean? But when I had people reach out in that respect, there was a sense of comfort, a sense of camaraderie, a sense of belonging. Almost every person who reached out in that way when Dad came around reached out in confusion. I don't even know what to say to this. I can't even imagine. I have lost
exactly
boom, but I cannot boom. And I'm like, and that for me is what gave me the reality that the shit we were going through was unreal.
Yes, and then for the people that knew that I lost somebody in between those two,
they were like,
Dad, they literally were writing me saying, I could not be you. I cannot imagine.
I can't imagine. And I live there.
I have no words. Like, these are people's literal messages to me, and I'm like, yeah. I feel that. Because I feel that. You know what I mean? Like something greater has to be on its way. And this is why we've been gone. Because our reality right now is
What
surreal. We're in the
fuck?
Twilight Zone.
What
Like, are we
the
even
fuck?
recording this video right now? That's how I feel right now.
Right. Like,
Am I
we
even here?
barely get sleep. We've
Exactly.
been sleep deprived. I lost
God.
30 plus pounds. You feel me? I'm small as fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
stress.
it's crazy. I want to take the time to acknowledge the wins. And that's what's been so hard about everything that's been happening.
Trying to find the good in all of this bad.
It's just, but there's been so much
So
good.
much.
There's been so much growth.
So much.
We've seen so
And
many
it's
things.
confusing.
It's
that
confusing.
there's been so much good in all of this awfulness. Like, there's been so many wins that we've been able to celebrate. Like,
We are so much stronger.
so much stronger. Daisy and I our relationship has been put to the test numerous times.
From every
Not even just in this situation, but like throughout our entire relationship span, we've been put to the test. And this has been the ultimate test, I feel like.
even in our pain, we've learned so much about each other.
I learned a lot about our marriage and also like us as parents. I feel like too.
A lot, yeah. I found weaknesses in my parenting I didn't even know I had, bitch.
And me too. You know what I mean? Like we had to come
and
to...
we found strengths in our parenting we didn't even know we had.
Yes.
Together.
And it is so important when you're dealing with something so stressful to find your strengths and weaknesses
Together.
and try to balance them out between your partners, because as you know, it's easier to take on problems when there's more than just one person going through the problem. You know what I mean? Like I feel like when you're stressed out with people, it's easier to deal with it because someone is there to relate. But when you feel like you're in some shit by yourself, it's a whole different ballpark. But like this has definitely been learning experience.
I'm proud.
A growing experience for us, for sure.
I'm proud about how we came out this year.
Another thing is we've also been celebrating a lot of like growing wins with our social media platforms. Like we are seeing our numbers climb as far as subscribers and followers and supporters, like thousands a day, hundreds a day, depending on the videos that we post.
My first ever video got 2 million views. I got 91,000 subscribers 91,000 followers on TikTok.
Period.
We got 34,000 followers in the Mayze movement on Instagram.
Period.
I got a show coming up on the 28th of freaking February that I just plan on turning the fuck out. We dropped a mixtape in November. This is me just dropping a bunch of Mayze movement wins. You know what I'm saying?
Because I also had videos. I mean, I didn't get a video that hit 2 million views now. But
I
definitely got a video that's doing 200K. Boom. I got another video that's up there in the 26Ks, 36Ks. So I'm growing as well.
Who shared your shit on their story?
Oh, Danny Lay. I did a whole freaking dance challenge on TikTok that like I got people to do with me, and then Danny Lay freaking was watching my story. Freaking, I also was in a freaking replay challenge for Candace Boyd. I got posted on her page. It's just been, I've been getting so many things happening on my end, and I'm just like, my mind is blown because I'm not this kind of person naturally, winning. You know?
You are
like,
winning.
I can be so shy, even though I'm my personality is pretty outgoing. I'm still pretty like introverted. Like I don't like everybody being all in my same bubble and space. But I'm getting more comfortable with the idea of sharing who I am 100% with the world, you know? Yeah. Whereas before I was very careful and particular about what I posted and what I shared and how funny I was and how much of my goofy side I let out. But like I'm literally embracing all of this now that COVID has hit, and I've been forced into like full-time entrepreneurship, and like I'm really embracing it. I love it.
And this one thing I will say, when Mom passed, there was a grind in Brigid. It was out of this world.
I needed something to keep me busy,
occupied.
Yeah.
She went into overdrive as far as like, I have to work. Yeah. I feel like when T passed is when she completely pulled away online.
That's when I needed to kind of dial it back.
Right.
Which I was still posting around that time, but it was very like, you know, every couple of days, and I would go ham one day and then post one video the next day because it was a draft. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was around that time. But then when my dad died, I just like, I disappeared.
She went off the map.
I need to chill and just think about just me for a second. for everything to be out of whack all at one time, that felt a little
Crazy.
like my chakras was like.
And here's the thing,
I
definitely want to speak on that too, though, as far as like, thank y'all so much for y'all support
and
like
patience,
support, love. You know, we see the messages, we see the comments.
It's how much love we've been getting.
It's so genuine too. We see y'all. See y'all. We appreciate y'all giving us, like she said, the space. You know, being patient with Brigid taking a break. There were times where I feel as though, you know, and y'all take this for what it is. You feel me? Take these keys and make sure y'all use them in your own life. There were times where I felt like in Brigid's grief, she felt as though she was not doing enough, or she had to work real quick, or she had to do a little more. And I used to tell her, no, you don't. Sit down, calm down. We're here. We're waiting on you. You know what I mean?
Well,
everybody is waiting there. This shit ain't going nowhere. As much as you have to put in work is as much as you need to sit the fuck down, like she said. You need to sit down, baby. You need to be okay. And y'all gave her the ability to do that, as far as like being supportive in your commenting on her content while she was away.
It's been really nice. It's been really good.
Yeah.
But we said all of that to say we are coming back. For real this time. And I know we said that in our Truth or Drink video that we would be back, but we also didn't expect to lose somebody right after that. So
that was literally, yes.
Our apologies for that. But we have decided that it would be better for us to go through these trials and tribulations and share with you guys.
We're going to shoot for a video a week. We're going to try for a video a week. We're going to promise you guys a video at least every 2 weeks. Promise you guys. We will not disappear on y'all for months at a time and all that shit.
Even if it's just a little check-in.
Right.
Even
if it's that,
we'll
right.
do a quick video for y'all if it comes down to it, but we're going to put out content.
Period.
So
this will not be a dead channel.
Thank you guys for watching this video. If you made it all the way to the end, you are a saint. Make sure you comment down below any future video ideas and welcome us back.
Welcome back.
If you made it to the end, say welcome back, Brazy Bunch.
Welcome back, Brazy Bunch. Comment welcome back, Brazy Bunch, if you made it to the end of this video.
Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.
Whoop, whoop, and get it and be ready, man. We are so ready to bring y'all some content back. We love y'all so much. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.